Good afternoon, students. I am Dr. Ekta Chand, Professor Applied Science from Sagar Institute of Research and Technology Excellence. For today's lecture, I have selected a topic from BTech syllabus Module 4, Laser Principle and its application. Before explaining the topic, let us go through some learning objectives. They are like you will be able to define laser, you will learn why laser is invented, or we can say that why laser light is different from ordinary light. You will explain how laser works or laser amplification process. You will understand the difference between 3-level and 4-level laser. Also, you will see the daily life applications of laser. My scheme of presentation will be like need of laser, what is laser, laser amplification, 3-level and 4-level laser followed by laser applications. So, let us start this lecture from the definition of laser. What is laser? We know that laser is spelled like LASER. It means laser is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiations, or in the form of definition we can say a laser is a device that emits light through a process of optical amplification based on stimulated emission of electromagnetic radiation. Lasers can also have high temporal coherence which allows them to emit light with a very narrow spectrum. That is, it can emit a single color of light, and that single color of light is known as monochromatic light. Now, what happens in laser? What is the process of laser amplification? So, the first point of laser amplification is that we all know in the initial stage all the atoms resides in the ground state, or we can say all the atoms are in the non-excited state. What happens now? When we do suitable pumping, the atoms from the ground state jumps to the higher energy states. What is the process of pumping? Pumping process. So pumping is the process of achieving higher number of atoms in the excited state. Now, in the next step, what happens? The spontaneous photons emitted in the initial stage in all the directions. What is spontaneous photons? Actually, the spontaneous photons are the photons which has random direction, random phase and the different state of polarization. These photons are emitted. What happens now? To generate a coherent light output. Our purpose is what? Our purpose is to get an coherent light. So to achieve the coherent light, all the photons travels in the specific directions and are selected while others are rejected. It means the photons which has the same directions, they are selected and other photons are rejected. Why it is so? It is so because of attaining the maximum possible amplification of the light. And what happens when we get the amplified light? The light passes through the mediums multiple times. Why? To get the strength or to attain the maximum intensity. So these are some steps of laser amplifications. And at the last step, what happens? The oscillations build up the intense light, or we can say that the enough intensity, and this intense light is emerged out from the another corner of the mirror. So from the laser amplification process we get intense unidirectional light. Now the next point of this lecture is why 2-level lasers are not suitable. So let me explain what is 2-level laser. The laser which has two energy states, lower energy state and higher energy state. So why this 2 energy level laser are not suitable? Actually, the probabilities of going an atom from lower energy state to higher energy state and the probability of the atom coming from higher energy state to the lower energy state is same. That is why these lasers, 2 energy state lasers, are not suitable for the amplification purpose. Let's come on the higher energy level laser. It means 3 energy level laser and 4 energy level laser. What is 3 energy level laser? The laser which consists 3 energy level laser. What was the 2 energy level laser? Which has 2 energy states, E1 and E2, lower energy state and upper energy state. Now in the 3 level laser, a energy state that is known as metastable energy state is introduced. The difference between the excited state and metastable state is the lifetime of the atoms. In the excited state, the lifetime of atoms is 10 to the power minus 8 seconds, while in the metastable state, the lifetime of the atom is 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. The another point of 3 level laser is in the 3 level laser, the amplification turns to the ground state. Here from the figure we can see that what happens. First of all, the atoms get excited through some suitable pumping to the excited state, E1 to E3. Now the atoms come from E3 to E2 and this is a radiationless transition. And what happens between E2 to E3? Here a laser transition is happened. What is laser transition? I have already told. When we get a intense and monochromatic light, that is the laser transition. And in the 4 energy level laser, there are 4 energy states, E1, E2, E3 and E4. It means there are 2 metastable states, E3 and E2. Here in the 4 level laser, the laser transition is obtained between E3 and E2. It means this transition is not terminated to the ground state. That is why the 4 level laser are most suitable lasers. Now come on the very important topic, applications of laser. Lasers are used in the field of communications. Why? Due to the narrow bandwidth, these lasers are used in the microwave communications. Due to narrow angular spread, the laser beam have become a means of communication between Earth and Moon or other satellites. A laser radiation is not absorbed by water, hence it can be utilized in underwater communication networks. Lasers are used in the field of computers. By the use of laser, the storage capacity for information in computers is greatly improved due to the narrowness of bandwidth. In the field of industries, laser can focus into a very fine beam resulting in raising temperature about 1000 Kelvin. So they can blast a hole in diamond and hard steels. In the field of microsurgeries, the lasers are used. Lasers are also used in the military applications. Due to a high energy density, a laser beam can be used to destroy very big objects like aircrafts, missiles, etc. in few seconds. As such, it is called death ray or ray weapon. Lasers are also used for weather forecasting, pictures of clouds and wind movements. Lasers are also used for the lensless photography. Now the last slide is presenting the summary of the lectures. So what are the summary points of the lectures? We have learned the meaning of laser. We have learned the amplification process of laser. We have also seen the difference between 3 level and 4 level laser, or I can say we have learned that why 4 level laser is best as comparison to 3-level and 2-level lasers. We have also seen the advantages of lasers. Now, what you have learned from my lectures. So, to check this, let us do some practice. So, the first question is, out of following, which one is a 2-level laser? The options are on the slide. CO2 laser, helium neon laser, semiconductor laser or ruby laser. Guess what is the correct answer? The correct answer is option C, semiconductor laser. Now we move to the second question. The question is on the slide. Ruby laser emit the light of the wavelength. The options are 6943 angstrom, 6328 angstrom, 9 to 11 micrometer and none of these. Guess what is the right answer? The right answer is option A, 6943 angstrom. Let's move to the next and last question. Which of the following is not true for laser? Laser light is divergent, coherent, intense light or monochromatic? The correct answer is divergent. What I have asked? I have asked which of the following is not true for laser. So, the laser light is not divergent. In the last slide, I am presenting some references and further readings. You may refer these books and these links. Thank you.